traffic rules or laws in Lagos, their law says that they will confiscate your cars and all that. I mean, that didn't go down well with people. If you violate any traffic law, you pay a fine or you go to jail. But selling their stuff to your own people as scraps cheaply, that will have its own repercussion, don't you think? But because now them get Lagos, who won't challenge them? They don't burn anybody well until MC Olueron lost his own polling unit. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. I'll come back and tell you what he's saying here. He don't pray for everybody. They no one threaten everybody on the video anymore, even though they will do it codedly, I mean, behind the scene. But they haven't learned any lesson.
Ọlọ́run á sọ àwọn ọmọ yìí náà bá ṣíwájú the president àwọn ọmọ tí yín náà á gun òkè lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ inshallah. Please and please ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tá bá ṣẹ̀ ẹ foríjì wá ṣóyè yìí sí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó rọ̀ lọ́hùn ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde lọ́ndì lẹ́gùn ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbé ọwọ́ wa yìí ká lọ fi tẹ̀ fún ìgbàlẹ̀ APC kó lè rámpọ̀ kí dùnú lè dé bá gbogbo wa. Please ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó rọ̀ lọ́hùn gbogbo yín Ọlọ́run ọbẹ Elédùmarè aṣọre ìyanu fún yín. Ọlọ́run ò ní fìyà jẹ yín, kò ní fòṣìta yín, kò ní fara ní àgbọ́kọ̀lé yín, kò ní já sófo. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá dáwọ́lé ó máa yọrí sí rere. Ọlọ́run ò ní fara ní yín, ó ní gbé yín dìgbàdìgbà káàkiri, ó ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Facebook, ó ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Instagram, ó ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Twitter, ó ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí WhatsApp lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ inshallah. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín ò ní dìtàkudà lójú ẹ̀mí yín. Àpadà sí burúkú kéré tóbi kò ní jẹ́ téèyàn kankan nu yín. Arúgbó inú ilé yín á dàgbà á dógbò lágbọ́rọ̀ Ọlọ́run kó tó fọwọ́rọ́ rọrí kú lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ inshallah. Ọlọ́run ọbí Elédùmarè kò ní pa àwọn ọmọ yín rẹ́ sọ́nà bí èéfín lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ. Bó ti ẹ̀yin tá wà lábroad gbogbo yín pátá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ò ní fi ná ọmọ kò ní fi jó gbogbo yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ lọ́ọ̀dì lẹ́gùn ká lọ ṣe kíni ká lọ dìbò fún gọ́vnà Sanwoolu ní Lagos State. Gbogbo àwa tá ń gbé Lagos State, ìwọ tó ń gbé Abẹ́òkúta gọ́vnà Dàpọ̀, ìwọ tó ń gbé Ìbàdàn gọ́vnà Tẹ̀sí, ẹ ti understand ṣe ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè àdúró tí Ọlọ́run ò ní fara ní lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ. Àpadà sí burúkú kò ní dé báyìí lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Arrahmanir Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Thank you very much.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you,
Alhaji Pastor Oluwo MC Olueron. If you pay attention to all his prayers, he is not praying for all of you in Lagos, so he is praying for himself. Because if they should lose Lagos, the biggest economy in the entire West Africa. Wala Godeo, the guy that is representing this Obidients, these Orosoke guys, they are telling him not to, don't worry. Then bring all the out, everybody out. They go count them. MC Olueron realizes that if they combine Agbero, combine them with the civil servant that they can coerce, the number is still not going to add up. Do you understand? They are going to need INEC to write the number for them. Now, this is going to even be difficult. Obedients that are supposed to be down, their spirits are supposed to be down now because of what happened to Obi. They don't go energize them now again. You have waking them up again. If you are not paying attention, I am here to remind you. You are going to make the rigging even so difficult again. And there is no, what do you call it? There is no special thing coming, special vote coming from anywhere anymore. Now, person will score highest, they declare winner. That's the problem. People will score higher. They will count everything. They'll say, okay, what is the highest? It took them 2-3 days to change the figure from almost 1,998,000 of labor to change it to 580,000. It took them 2-3 days. And they made a lot of mistakes that has exposed them now. You know what they are saying? We also have evidence that Peter Obi rigged in Lagos. So if Obi says that we rig and all of that, we have evidence. That's what Keyamo said. He said they have evidence. The Labour Party rigged Lagos election. Ha! Yeah, that's what Ugeli Chajambid lawyer said. He said this, they have evidence. They will go to court. They will shock Obi. They have evidence that they rig election in Eastern Nigeria for Obi. So may Obi no con they pretend saying be holy or saint. Hey, you don't go wake them up again. You have been shouting Igbo this, Igbo that. Your Yoruba brothers and sisters are looking at you. Embarrassingly. Some of you are not even paying attention. When Yoruba says, no, don't talk like that. Now all of us get Lagos here. Now all of us, they here, they live here. Now all of us, they suffer whatever is going on here. You quickly go there and call them names. You be Omo Ali. Igbos are coming to take over your land. Take over whose land? 24 years, so the billionaires in Lagos who have actually run businesses, they are also Igbos. So I'm not saying that you don't have other billionaires, but just tell me how many billionaires that are Yoruba billionaires that made their money from Yoruba land and not from their association with federal government of Nigeria. Give me one name of any Yoruba billionaire in Yoruba land that doesn't associate with federal government of Nigeria, either from 1960 or then start their own from 1980, or those who started their own in 1999. I'll tell you when they all started. Businessmen without enterprise. Billionaires without enterprise. But I'm just saying. So you don't go wake them up again. The real people who have been waiting for a chance, the ones that actually send the numbers, you don't go with them, you don't threaten them again. When they tell you, don't talk like that. Somebody said Baba Jebu. Shena Tifnubu made Baba Jebu. It's like you saying that Tifnubu made Naira when he was alive. Naira Pool, who happened to be my own, late uncle, Naira Pools. They are those who brought those lottery, lotto, and everything to Nigeria. It's as far back as late 70s. Here you get. So somebody said Baba Jebu. No, it's not. There's none. I'm not saying there won't be many, or maybe I didn't know many, but just trust me. Bring one up that run his business in Yoruba land through Tifnumbu and the rest of them that built their welfare right there in Yoruba land. Billionaires without businesses. Trust me. Or billionaires who are what? Business government contractors. But your people came there to tell you, stop talking like this. No, stop doing all this tribal this and that. You attack them. Shut up your mouth. All of this woke Yoruba. You are giving Yorubas names. Enyashiri. You are creating names. You are giving Yorubas who are telling you that you are embarrassing us. Your election will come and go. The sufferings, the corruption, the destruction will continue. Now all of us go share them. Don't be all of us, they share the destruction of Yoruba land for the past 24 years. Don't be all of us. You are embarrassing us. But you are calling us names. You people, you are supposed to be defending Yoruba land. The Igbo people want to come and take over. I haven't seen any Igbo man who came with guns to take over anything from any Yoruba people in any way in Yoruba land. I haven't seen any. The only people who have brought guns terrorized our people, chased them out of their own ancestral lands, asking us to cede our land for them to grow their, to rear their cows. They are not Igbos. Kí ló ń ṣe yín now? Embarrassed one now. You don't get it. All this tribal thing you are pushing for Tifnumbu in the name of Yoruba. But the Igbos are also tribal. Baba, if you want to be tribal because the Igbos are tribal to you, towards you, Baba Oshegwu are tribal on that. Don't make Yoruba look like Gogo Yoruba look like you. Because in that same Lagos, you have Igbos there who are Lagosians themselves, traced back to 5 generations that will stand up and defend all of the everything that is right in Yoruba land, because that's where they live. That is where they make their own survival. And if it's peaceful, that's when they can also succeed. Election, your election will come and go. You are embarrassing us with all of these rhetorics, honestly. Because after you do all of these things, they will still abandon us. You are still not going to get any real job. Okay? You are still not going to get functional electricity. No, you won't get that. You are still not going to get improved infrastructure. Criminals who are looting your money are still not going to go to jail. So what is all this mess all about? That's what we are telling you, that if you are doing all of this because of election, because of election, that politicians are going to end up dealing with you. They won't pay your pension. They won't pay your grandparents their pensions. You're not going to get access to good education. You know that. 24 years, they couldn't build you standard health care system in Yoruba land that actually cares for us. Affordable. No. Torí election, then you want to turn yourselves to Olori Burukus everywhere. You are embawa. That's what you are doing. Your uncles and aunties, let me also say this to you. If you have people that you really need to convince to keep your Lagos, in case if your rigging fail, now the Lagosians. Oh man, I don't think there are people who are more traumatized in a failed Nigeria than the Lagosians. They have the strongest coping mechanism that a lot of us can actually imagine that, wow, I can't even survive there anymore. Coping mechanism. They extort you from morning till night. Then they flash before you. Flashy white elephant projects. That make it look like they're actually doing something. But let them open up their books. Then you realize that you are being led by criminals. They are begging. And their thugs are threatening. Even Sanwoolu is praying. Just something like this.
His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, and his wife, Babajide Sanwoolu, we welcome you to the Redemption Camp in the name of Jesus.
Amen. You have to go to church and say, Egba mi now, Egba mi. We can't lose here. Now he believes that it is actually possible for them to be, because that's what I see. And also, they have to go and print a long banner along a major highway in Lagos, so that they can show the Lagosians, see what we have done now. We know that you are angry. We know that, see, I'm not making this up, okay? Sanwoolu is actually appealing to people and saying that I'm so sorry. We are sorry that we offended you. Whatever we have done wrong, okay? Please. Let me complete what I am doing, because, you know, You can't send us away now. They actually believe that they can actually be sent away now. Somebody said, but it's normal now. He needs to campaign for himself. Of course, he needs to campaign for himself. But this is not campaign. It is campaign of threats. So instead of people to be scared, they are now secretly getting more angrier. Go, Mayegun, don't disturb yourself, Jare. Mayegun, leave them. On Saturday, we go see wetin go happen. Wetin go happen? Mayegun, I say wait. Okay, I'll wait. However, they had to print it on a long story and say, see, waiting we have done. People, this is what people don't want you to know. If you have done all this for them, you don't really need to panic. What I am saying is people who are rattled. They were rattled because of 4 people tweeting in a room. I'm scared for you. I mean, I'm scared too on your behalf. Something must really be going on inside that Alausa. They say if anybody loses in polling units or local government, you know, come back Alausa. Any political appointee, don't come back here. All of you civil servants, if you fail to bring us back, you are going to lose your job. Those ones know that they won't lose their job. All of you are landlord in Lagos. If you lose your area, you are going to lose your CFO. Calm down. They're about to lose election. Wala ti turn here. Understand me? If they mistakenly say they have lost the election, Abi, they can't go lose to Labour Party. Baka. Now then you go know say majority of the civil servants in Lagos, they themselves have been waiting for a day. That they can say, finally, Adukwe. There will be jubilation inside Alausa. You can write it down. If they should mistakenly announce that they have lost Lagos, they will be celebrating inside Alausa. You remember how they declared Kolu winner, and the whole country looked like somebody died. Don't pretend. I know say win and win to some of you, okay? You know, get shame, okay? But have you ever seen any time where we say somebody won election in Nigeria and the whole country is not like, hey, celebrating? Who is celebrating Kolu? If you lose Lagos, now that day you gonna say, majority of the Lagosians you are forcing to do your bidding, the ones you are forcing your Agberos on, the ones you are forcing to close their market, close their shops, to go and do some fake rally for you, they don't really like you. And it be like some of you know that already. That is why you will punish them when you succeed, when you finally rig yourself on Saturday. They are coming back to punish all of you in a way that you've never seen before. The Igbos, in Lagos, they will be apologizing, for the fact that Kolu lost Lagos, and they almost lost Lagos to Sanwoolu. When Sanwoolu comes back, Igbos, they will put all of the blame on them. The Igbos will be Lagos Igbos, they will be apologizing almost every day. Every day, we are very sorry. We are so sorry. Sorry for what happened last year, the election, sir. We come here to say sorry, sir. We just say we want to remind you that we are sorry, sir. I swear, what they will do to you, because they have already kind of profiled them. They are the targets. You need somebody as a punching bag when you cannot face your real, your real boss, the people that did that to you. Go and write that down. So as it is, they have to go and print that long banner along whatever. Let me show you anyway, to remind the Lagosians that don't do this, don't betray us. We still have so much to do. We have new red line, blue line. They haven't completed that. And you can listen to this for me for free. Okay? The moment Sanwoolu comes back, it won't complete it. They will wait for their next election in 2027. That's when they will begin to start to hurry up again and pretend that they want to do something. And they can use that for their campaign as well, right? But at least if you are from Lagos, Sanwoolu is now almost everywhere. To the point that the Lagosians are saying, or maybe I say this is not a turn to embarrassment. On Twitter, Sanwoolu is tweeting almost every 10 minutes. To the point that Lagosians are now saying, all this your tweet, all this thing where you they put on my, this is not a turn to harassment. Oh, it will be worse in the coming days because they are worried. Part 1, 2, 3. I told you, I said it's a long one. It's going to take kilometers, like 3 miles or so, to explain to Lagosians what Sanwoolu has done for them, in case if they have forgotten. But do you know something about this Obidients? One thing that some of the establishment have learned from them, and it is in a hard way. Okay. Obi, the underrated one that they have rigged out, obviously. That Obi has an effect where he said, they give shishi. And we haven't seen him give any shishi to anybody or any group of people saying he paid us shishi or so. They actually rubbed off on his own people too. Omo, people were just picking forms.
One hand rising.
Hang on. People were picking Labour Party's form. People that barely printed posters. Omo Yami. They were defeating veteran politicians. Career politicians. Some people have not done their report on disobedience and what they have done. Out of the people they have declared, even with all the riggings, out of the people they have declared to have won their National Assembly seats in Nigeria, the Obidients have won about 44 seats. Currently, they said it's 40 because there are a few others in contention. When you begin to look at those who have become senators, 4 senators, 36 House of Rep members, we no spend shishi. You know why? Obedience, because of their anger, frustration against the system, some of them will be like, anywhere where I see ballot paper. Go on social media, you see all of them there. Most of them are Gen Z, right? Anywhere I see any ballot paper, like this, I go vote for your Labour Party. Top to bottom. People were voting for Labour Party. When they started announcing winner for rep, for Senate, now the voters come, they ask, sorry, who is that guy? No, the guy you voted for now. I know I only voted for Labour Party, but who is he? I don't even know him. I don't even know who I voted for. That is one of the most dangerous political sort of theory that I don't think anybody, no matter how good you are, political scientist or whatever you are, you can never predict outcome of such people with such mindsets. They don't want to have anything to do. PDP, Labour. If you are very familiar with the politics of Abia State, the politics of Abia State, where Orji Uzor Kalu, the convicted thief, former governor of the state, comes from. Abia State is also like many other states in Nigeria. It is the family purse for all successful politicians or political office holder in that state. It's been like that. It's normal. The people of Abia always say, we have been so unfortunate with leaders. First, we got Orji Uzor Kalu, who fleeced us, robbed us. His mother became the mother, governor's mother, office of the governor's mother. She was as powerful as her son. Then the person who happened to be his own chief of staff, Theodore Orji. Theodore Orji was rigged in to succeed Orji Uzor Kalu, another kleptomaniac. He looted and looted and looted, destroyed Abia State as much as he could. Then he retired to the Senate, Nigeria Senate. Replaced himself with another stooge, without forgetting making his own son the Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly. I don't know if I'm actually speaking to you. Am I? But you know what happened that you haven't figured out yet? These obedient people don't retire them. They don't spend kobo. Ikuku, that's the name of his son. He was a guy prepared to become governor of Abia State someday, to follow the footsteps of his own father. These guys retired him. They didn't spend the time. the retired father, the retired son, the retired is to G in Kweazu. So give them their flowers, okay? I just thought I should tell you. You underrate them. The only way I think you can actually stop them is to rig them out. Seriously, I think that's the only way. You have mistakenly woke them up again. You are going to see more people out again on Saturday. Yeah, they know you're going to threaten them. They know you're going to bring violence. But from what I have seen so far, they don't care. They still believe that you don't have the number to stop them. Even with your violence. 14,000 polling units are the total polling unit in Lagos. A little bit over 14,000. You are going to need a lot of thugs to man those polling units. 14,000 of them. So, like Tifnubu said, why do you need a software when you have the chairman? So I think in fear of this, to let you know that they are actually battle ready, okay, is that they went to court, Labour Party in Lagos. And when they went to court, they asked the court to give them, to grant them the court, what's it called? That the mandamus order or something, I don't know. That order is that any election they conduct in Lagos, that the results are not announced and transmitted straight to the INEC result, wherever, such election will be considered invalid. So, before Labour Party goes into the election with them on Saturday, they have already received something that will be their base of nullifying the entire process if the rigging is as worse as what you saw the last time. So somehow, it can't be like saying that this Labour Party obedient can't they teach the whole order a lesson. Because in the last 48 hours, I suddenly started feeling like say polling unit, the social media. Or maybe like say, there are polling units on this social media. That some of us didn't know. The politicians have discovered them. Because why are they campaigning on social media? Why are they everywhere? Why are they spending money? Why are they giving Facebook money to promote what they have done to Lagosians? One of their worst fears is that a lot of Yorubas also return back to Nigeria. In this their election stuff, okay? They returned back to Lagos. And they were there as well to contribute to the total destruction of APC, Egbe. So as we speak, Woro in Lagos. See, I'm telling you this because some people will not be courageous enough to tell you what I'm telling you right now. But I am telling you all of this because they are the truth. Okay? And the dilemma that APC found themselves right now, no matter how much they are trying to underplay it, is terrifying. They are worried. They are scared. I mean, like they are scared of losing. The last election, they barely won out of 20 local governments. APC barely won just about 7 of them. Barely. With close margin. Places where they lost, it was unbelievable. Like unbelievable. The numbers are unbelievable. So they have to appeal to almost everyone. Initially, they won't. Or they wouldn't. If they haven't triggered the base of the Obidients. And the Obidients are not Igbos. That's the mistake they are making. Honestly. The Obidients are not Igbos. A lot of you are still making that mistake today. They should go to Anambra. You want that people that defeated you in Alimosho, the Yorubas living in Alimosho, to go to Anambra. I know they have, you know what I mean? I know they have destroyed many of you's, mental, what do you call it? How do I even call that? A lot of you are reacting based on the fear of what will happen to your stomach if there is no free money anymore. Sure, you get, I understand. But a lot of you will need to go and live in Anambra first. You need to go and live in Abia first. Go and live there, okay? Like the non-Yorubas who have been in Lagos for 40 years, 50 years, 30 years. Sure, you get now. Go and live there like normal people. Go and walk. All of them that came to Yoruba land. Are you with me? They worked in Yoruba land. They contributed to the growth of Yoruba land by paying their taxes there in Yoruba land. A lot of you Agberos, freeloaders, jobless, miseducated demorons, home and abroad. Sure, you are never productive. You had nothing tangible, okay, to the development of Yoruba land. You are takers, okay? Majority of you are just takers, freeloaders, like your politicians and the rest. But if you really want to test life, you need to leave Yoruba land, okay? Some of us, we left Yoruba land to start afresh from far, far different places. A lot of us have succeeded as Yorubas, very, very successful in lands that are far away from Yoruba land. A lot of you need such education too. Go and live in Igbo land. They don't allow anybody to live there. That is somebody who cannot even afford ordinary transport money to go and see and meet his own success. Majority of you have been so disenfranchised economically, right? That you cannot even afford to pay Okada that will take you to where your success lies. You have been demoralized. You have been destroyed psychologically. Go and live there 30 years, 40 years. Raise your family there. Work like every other people. Yorubas who are living there with their families, they are embarrassed on your behalf. Where you sit down inside that your Isale Koto, inside your shit hole, what do you call it? Different face me, I slap you, abode that they locked you into. The wretched communities that they have created for so many of you. The Yorubas who left Yoruba land, who are making headway in different parts of Nigeria, they are embarrassed on your behalf. You jobless, lazy clowns. Trust me, we are embarrassed. Because a lot of you have never left Yoruba land. You won't anyway. Because you are not actually made for that, are you? You are not made to work hard. Work for your money. Start afresh. Do right thing. Follow the law. A lot of you are going to be so alien to them, aren't you? But ask those who have left. Those who left. We are successful. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy with what I've done with myself. When you go to the eastern part of Nigeria, you will see your brothers and sisters speaking Igbo, doing their own business here and there, running their businesses here and there, sending money back to Yoruba land to pay for some of you clowns, ignorant clowns, shouting, they want to take over our land. They want to come and take Yoruba land. You need to go out and get yourself some education. The politicians that are saying that to you, they know why they are saying that to you. They need to keep you in that darkness. But if you really want people not to participate in any election in Yoruba land, which is actually impossible, even if Yoruba nation comes, okay, there are different pathways to citizenship. Your uncles and aunties, they were not born in America. They were not born in UK. But the United Kingdom government and the people, they have a process they call the pathway to citizenship. You want to be a citizen of the UK, you want to be British? This is how you have to become one. And once you become a British, every right that every British has is what you have. And that is why you will see somebody who was never born in the UK running for office, contesting for position against somebody who was born in the UK, still defeating them. You know why? Insane countries, okay? There are pathway to citizenship. You can become a citizen of any country by marriage. Well, start with by birth, by marriage, and ordinarily by ancestral lineage. And everybody they call citizen in any country, right, will have the right of the same people in that country. That's what we call. That is what is called equity and justice. You are celebrating Yorubas who are running for offices in Canada, winning elections in America, being appointed into high offices in the UK. You are Shiris. You are calling yourself one Nigeria, but yet, because Hausa, Fulani, Abiyigbo, and the rest of them are running for office, or they are also participating in your electoral process. If you don't want that, then you should automatically support a Yoruba nation. You know, if you have your country, I mean, the way you are kind of thinking it, right? We can create a Yoruba nation that is going to be xenophobic, that is going to be racist, that is going to be hostile to visitors, guess what? If you check our history, none of this is in any way related to the Yorubas. We are the most accommodating. We are the most peaceful. We are the most loving people enough that we don't actually feel jealous of the success of others, because we believe that in their success is our success. We share in all of this. We build communities comprising of people of different backgrounds until this miscreant started shouting because of election. Oh, Igbo this, Yoruba that. If you want the Igbos and everybody out of Yoruba land to start with, which is impossible, okay, it's absolutely impossible. In case if you don't know, there will never be a racist Yoruba nation. Do you know that? But you can't claim to be one Nigeria, and then one Nigeria on one hand. On the other hand, go back to where you come from. Go back to your region. Can anybody come and contest election in your region? Can something? Politicians are saying this to you. You are repeating them. Meanwhile, they are using you for the temporary whatever they want to get. Once they are done, once they get what they want, they abandon you. Then you would have to actually figure out your life for the next 4 years, even if you have to go and work for Shinedu, because you need to pay your rent too. You can't deny that. You won't say, oh, I hate the Igbos, so I even wanted them to leave Lagos. But once the politics is over, your life go back to what it used to be. Then your survival lies with what? With those who are around you. Then you won't remember that the Igbos should leave. We know your game. We know all of that. The point here is this: a lot of us are embarrassed, and that is why I wish all of you can actually come out. Don't threaten people, okay? That didn't work, okay? Don't unleash violence on people. That also didn't work. You need to come out in your large numbers if you indeed have benefited from Lagos. For 24 years, so many of you have benefited from AD, AC, ACN, and now APC. A lot of you are waiting for your turn, and that is why you defend anything about APC. But let's be honest, okay? You need to leave. Do you see the people that you call the 4 people tweeting in a room? They are now your threat, which means you have to leave that room where you are also doing whatever. Carry your PVC. Go and vote for Sanwoolu. Now your vote will really count, not your threats. And look at this. This same guy.
Papa, I will need to clear up all the traffic, and all the trailers on top of Papa. I will make sure that it's a nightmare and will not see that again.
Will you go on the record at this event today and commit to Lagosians that you will not seek re-election for a second term if you fail to keep the promises that you have made today during your first term? Mr. Sanwoolu?
I clearly know that what is on the ballot is a 4-year tenure. And I'm not going to say that I'm interested in an 8-year. If all of the promises are put here today, I do not fulfill them for one reason or the other, I don't think I would deserve to come back again.
Thank you. Sorry, somebody said they were supposed to be learning from me every day, and then that they should be learning social manners from me. Did I come here to tell you that I am here to be your moral compass? Somebody that is going to be politically correct. If you want to learn anything social from me, you have to be at first, you have to be honest with yourselves. Okay? When I talk about criminals and you are shiiris that are also supporting them, because you actually probably don't even know the damages you are causing. It's your choice, okay? You should, and I mean, it's yours, honestly, no doubt. But show shiirini, that you want me to what? Sound nice when I'm talking about the atrocities of the rogues that are doing everything to keep us so divided. with different bile messages that are even sad to see. So if I am talking to them, show shireni. Talo so we go learn social learning from social learning from who? I learn social learning from me. I don't want that kind of social learning. I know they do political correctness. So no they feel somehow. We have to like but don't learn any social nonsense from me. And please, all of you watching me, don't let anybody in any way psycho control you. They have the way. They will say you no get respect. They will say you are proud. Are you with me? They will say what else again? All those are sheeries. They will tell you that you can still deliver your message without being vulgar. White polite, diplomatic, my contract be a gentleman money. I'm not here for you as your social, your moral compass. So if you are new, if you're one of those new people who just joined us, when I'm talking about Nigerian politicians, okay, I use all manner of languages. Okay, I do. So don't even try. Don't even try to be like but you can see people have told me that many times. And I told them the same answer. The same answer I just gave to you right now. The best thing for you is what? Just unsubscribe. Leave this channel. So, except if you are one of them, that's when you feel concerned. Don't learn anything from me. I'm not your moral compass. Are you with me? So yeah, that was their debate the last time. However, talking about dividing the people to cover up a lot of their shortcomings, okay? I wasn't expecting them to be this tribalistic and to be this divisive. I've seen enough, honestly. I've seen so much. And I'm actually so grateful to a lot of people who actually know me very well, that I've spoken against a lot of them. Not because I have any special interest in that, because I know that their election the election will be gone. They will be done with their elections and their whatever soon. But the leftover of the rhetorics, the division, the tribal slaw that these criminals are, in fact, planting everywhere today, they will remain with us. And unfortunately, they can turn around and say, I don't see. Listen, what you are watching this evening is not an endorsement of anybody. I don't even have that capacity, okay? This is me trying to make you understand the state of mind of those who once said Lagos is impenetrable. They have so much skeleton buried until a new landlord goes into that place. A lot of you would never find out. Now, it was never a big deal. Jandor was one of them. Then he parted way with them. Jandor said he became what he became by working for Tifnumbu as those who mobilizes these thugs for him to rig elections and every other thing. He said that. And he said, with what they showed to them on Saturday, this Saturday, they are going to match them violence for violence. We'll pay them back in whatever coins they are bringing up. But there is an intrusion. You know what I mean? Political disruptor. They are the Obidients. Sure, you want to hear the truth? If you combine APC and PDP together, they no reach one. That's what I'm trying to let you know. Sure, you get. Whether somebody's going to step down or somebody is not going to, whether they're going to rig or the rest of that, right? We are yet to see. But there's something that you should always remember. The reason why this hates, the reason why all these vile, divisive messages, tribal slaw and everything you are witnessing right now because of Lagos election, the reason why they are now increasing them to further polarize already polarized and divided country, yeah? is because they are threatened by Lagos Obidients. Obidients are not Labour Party members. Don't mix them up. Remember that. So whether Jandor is going to have to smuggle himself as well to further deplete APC, but I can tell you this 100%. If they do their election in Lagos, the only people who vote is not affected by whatever happens or will happen is going to be the Obidients. They are the real threats as we are talking right now. So don't worry yourself. Just pay attention, follow them, and at the same time, let's see who is going to shock who. Because as we speak, even in Kaduna, where El Rufaya hails from, Kaduna, APC, Egbekegbe, got trounced. They lost all the Senate there to PDP. And they lost most of the House of Representatives seats there to Labour Party PDP as well. Now, they lost the presidential there to PDP. So they also, as we speak, even El Rufaya is pleading, let everybody know whatever we have done wrong. In Hausa?
Goyon bayan da aka bamu shekarun nan da suka wuce don Allah a ninka a ba Sanata Obasani da Dr. Hadiza Sabuwa Balarabe domin abubuwan da muka fara na alheri su ci gaba. Kurakuran da muka yi kuma su gyara. Idan kuka kawo wani sabo da bai sani ba, kila kurakuran da muka yi sai sake yi. Idan an yi ma wani laifi, a ɗora min laifin. Kar a ɗora musu. Domin ni ne shugaba, ni ne laifin. A yi haƙuri, ina neman afuwa duk wanda aka yi ma laifi. Amma da uba Sani da Dr. Hadiza Sabo Balarabe ba su da laifi. Laifin duka nawa ne. Amma ni na kusa tafiya. Saboda haka kada fushin wani ya sa fushi ya koma kan.
In a nutshell, he's telling them there that they should forgive him. Forgive the deputy governor. That the Ubasani and his deputy as candidates of APC, they are not the ones who offended the Kaduna people. That he, El Rufaya, is the one who offended the Kaduna people. That they should not pay Ubasani, they should not pay him, with the sin of El Rufaya. Okay? Almost same thing. If you have to rig the way the whole thing is right now, you would have to do so much, and there's no way you can that you won't be exposed. Sure, you get like what you have in their presidential elections, right? Now take a look at this. Somebody had this to say: if Nigeria is not one, why not tell everybody to go their separate ways? Why are you pretending that Nigeria is one? And then the people are being gaslighted simply because they don't want to follow the old order. Take a listen to this.
Doctrine. They felt it was legitimately their turn. Unfortunately, the PDP failed to zone their presidency to the south by 2023. And this is why the PDP ship appears to have wrecked. This instance, a region that has done the same thing for every other part of this country since 1999 and in 24 years, cannot be faulted for voting for one of their own at a time they felt we have a legitimate right to ask for us to be included as the president of this country. And if you consider the fact that we fought it.
So what I was saying is that, let's be realistic. If you say Nigeria is one country, okay? So even if you don't remember a lot of Nigeria history politically, from 1999, the only region that has been voting for all other regions and their candidates without shifting has been the Igbos. Chief Odimegwu Ojukwu ran for president of Nigeria. The Igbos, they still ended up voting for Obasanjo. Shifodime Gojuku ran for the presidency of Nigeria then, you remember? So they voted Yaradua, they voted Obasanjo, they voted, who else? Jonathan. But at any point, there was never a time where they were hated more than when they failed to vote for Bokwari of APC. They became endangered species in Nigeria. They were targeted in their own commerce. Economically, they are targeted. Physically, they are targeted. And so many ways, they are always the target. If anything goes wrong with APC's, policy, they will look for an Igbo man to blame. So they are also going to be blamed for whatever happens in this 2023 charade. So if you feel that much about them, how about you actually support a referendum that allows the Igbos to go and form their own country? And don't always want the Igbos to go and form their own country when there is always elections. You know, when they have elections, they go and form your Biafra. But when there is no election, shoot all of them. They are shouting Biafra, Biafra. Shoot them, kill them, jail them. These stupid people, kill them. But whenever election is coming, go away, go and form your Biafra. We don't even want you. Go and form your Biafra. You confused, mad people. Very confused. To the point that they are calling this guy Igbo, Omo Yibo. Omo Yibo Gbadebo. Whose grandparents, great-grandparents were actually the real owners of Lagos before Kolu from Iragbiji came. Listen to the guy that is giving Sanwoolu sleepless nights right now.
Got into it. For us, we're going to focus on primary healthcare and preventative medicine. And all of this also is tied into having a robust local government system, right? So like I keep emphasizing, we're going to have potential governors as local government chairmen. And we're going to educate the people. So it's not just about having policies, it's also about educating the people on how to properly access healthcare. So there's a process and there's a pipeline, so that when you have headache, you're not rushing to a general hospital, right? And we're also going to incorporate data-driven medicine. So from a call post where you can call and engage a doctor that this is what I'm feeling, and then they can direct you to go to the primary healthcare center that's going to be very well funded by our government. And we're going to normalize diagnostic tests because healthcare must be data-driven. Right? Diagnostic tests will become mandatory. Even as I'm running now, I've created micro health insurance for Lagosians to normalize getting diagnostic tests. And this is done in partnerships with pharmacies that are in your area. Right? So we're going to also, because I wanted to test it as policy before I then get into government. So this is already being done. So we're going to include that, incorporate that micro health insurance to everybody, so everybody will have access to that. So you can get diagnostic tests done. From that point, if you cannot get treatment there, you can then be referred to the general hospital, right? So we're going to inculcate into the minds of people the pipeline for healthcare system. We're also going to focus as a government on the supply side, right? No, sorry, on the demand side of healthcare. Demand side being health insurance, bringing the private sector in, creating an enabling environment so that funds can be spent on that and quality healthcare can actually be assured. And we are also going to set up a complaints line because I got into it.
It's a long talk. I wanted you to hear him, okay? Meanwhile, there's somebody who also has something to say about him very briefly too. The Gbadebo family.
Gbadebo Roots is a gentleman who I'm very well acquainted with. And I do so because I find him as a very honest, trustworthy, hardworking, extremely intelligent, extremely bright, one of the very, very best out of the crop of, should I call it, next-gen politician but his time is now. He's bright, resourceful, can think out of the box, fits the bill, ticks too many boxes: competent, able, articulate, honest, authentic. The adjectives just go on and on. But I'm saying this not from a position of flattery, but from a position of truth and honesty. What you see is what you get, and he's a true.
Because of horrible politics, there's nothing they haven't said about that guy, and they're not saying anything about him because it's probably like it doesn't fit in. Okay, they are not telling you why it's not fitting or it's not, you know what I mean, guys. They are destroying and demonizing. Demonizing him because his mother is Igbo. That is his sin. I've never seen horrible people as APC, Egbekegbe, like destroy your own because of the drug cartel controlled government that doesn't give a damn about you. You have no drinking water in the entire metropolis of Lagos State. And all that really, really scares you is that a Yoruba man